What's up guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to cover another chord type, but today we're going to cover the first inversion augmented 7. You can think of it as augmented minor 7. It's never going to be written as augmented minor 7. It's going to be written as augmented 7, but it just means that if you know you're augmented in root position triad, or you're adding the flat 7 to it. That's it. That's all you're doing. Okay, so if we want to play in first inversion, I don't want you to be thinking of it as, oh, let me play the augmented root position, then let me add the flat 7, then let me take the bottom note to the top, and there I have it. I don't want you to think of it that way. I want you to memorize all the inversion in root position first, which are in my previous videos. I'm sure you can find it, where I covered the augmented triad by itself, root position. Once you know how the shape of the first and second inversion looks, it's gonna be so easy to recognize or to play the augmented 7 first inversion, because let's say, for example, if I'm in C, I already know the first inversion looks like this. Okay, all I'm doing is adding the flat 7, or you can think of it as adding a major 7 interval from the third note, which is G sharp, or you can step a whole, you can come down a whole step from the fifth note, okay, which is C. So 1, 3, 5, which is C. A whole step down will take you to B flat, and boom, you have it right there. So there's not a correct way thinking about it, but if you know your second inversions and first inversions triad, that's all you're doing. You're just adding that extra note, which is the flat 7 or the major 7 interval. Okay, so let's do 2 more keys just so you can understand. So if I wanted to do the same thing, let's say in F, okay, I already know what the first inversion of a triad augmented looks like in F, and I know this is it, okay, because this is your first root position. This is your first inversion. So all I'm doing is adding that flat 7. What's flat 7 of F? That's correct, it's E flat. Or you can add a major 7 major second interval from the C sharp, okay, or you can step down, you can I keep doing the same mistake. You can come down the whole step from that fifth note and you get the E flat, and that's it. So let's pick one more. Let's do this in B, okay? So in B, I already know how my first inversion looks like. So my first inversion root position augmented chord is this, okay? Because you have the root position, which is B to E flat and then E flat to G, because an augmented is a fusion between 2 major third intervals. I know my first position, okay? So now all I'm adding is that flat 7 or minor 7 to it, and there you have it. Or you can think of that major 7 interval between the third note and the next note, okay? Or you can come down a whole step from the fifth note, which is B, and you get the A. All right, so now I'm gonna, as usual, play all of them in alt keys slowly, and then I'll go chromatically, okay? So as far as fingering, I think it's self-explanatory. So if we go back to C, you can put your thumb middle on the next note, ring, and then pinky. Or you can use your index on the third and then your middle finger on the fourth note, okay? Sorry, on the second note and then middle finger on the third note. Sorry, I feel like today I might be tired or something. So that's it. There's not a specific correct way, as usual. Whatever feels comfortable for the next position, okay? Left, same concept. You can do pinky, middle, index, thumb. Or you can swap the ring and then leave the index, but this feels very uncomfortable for me. So if I were you, I would just go with the pinky, middle, index, and thumb. and so on. But as usual, you know, you can switch the middle and the ring finger. For me, it doesn't really work, but I guess if you prefer it that way, then absolutely you can play it that way. So all right, let's go.